I don't know if pink's exactly my color, but I'll try anything once. This is the Samsung Gear Fit 2, specifically the small pink variety. In all seriousness though, I have nothing against the color pink, I just don't prefer it myself. My wife, however, is fanatical about it, and she's been asking me for quite a little while if she could review products on this channel, so I thought this would probably be a good place to start. She's been wearing a fitness band for a while, the Fitbit Charge HR specifically, and so this offers a lot of the same features, but a little bit more smarts, a much better display. So let's go ahead and dive into it and see what makes this special and unique. As you can see here, the Gear Fit 2 offers GPS tracking, auto activity tracking, instant notifications on all of your smart things, as well as a music player. Has a 1.5-inch curved Super AMOLED display, 200 milliamp hour battery, all of those sensors that I talked about, and it is IP68 dust and water resistant, and only compatible with Android. So iPhone users, sorry. But let's dive into the box. There we go. So bottom of the box, nifty little USB charging cradle, your little reference manual, user guide, and then the Gear Fit 2 with a layer of foam inside of it. We'll go ahead and peel all this excess stuff off the outside. Gotta love the fake screen and stuff off the inside. And there you have it. And actually, once you're ready to charge it, it looks like you should just take it, slide it down into the dock. Yeah, it just sort of magnetically fits in there. It's got it's not a hugely tight fit, but it does sort of draw itself into where it's supposed to be, so that works. Make sure the buttons are facing up. Although it looks like because of where the pins are located, you could technically, yeah, you could put it down either way. I would not recommend doing it with the buttons facing down. There is a potential of maybe hitting one of those buttons. There's even a little bit of plastic here on the Samsung logo on the band. So as far as the design, you have the 1.5-inch Super AMOLED display here, removable bands on the side, and this is, like I said, the small pink variety. Customized fit just by pulling this out and sliding it to be however small or large you need it to be, within reason. Open it all up, you've got the heart rate sensor here on the inside, and on the inside of the band it mentions it is the small size band for the Gear Fit 2. And it looks like to take the bands off, I never tried the Gear Fit 1, so I don't know specifically, but it looks like you just kind of pinch here and pull. Yeah, I sort of got it there eventually. Then when you're ready, you just put it back into place and it snaps back in. Yeah, pinch and pull down. So if you wanted a replacement strap, you could very easily do that, as long as you have one that fits. As far as the fit, it's not gonna fit me properly because I've got a larger wrist, but I can kind of get it to snap in there in place, and it's not too large. Means it should fit pretty nicely on my wife's wrist. Let's go ahead and power this on. The bottom button here on this side, I actually had it on backwards just a second ago, but the bottom button is the power button apparently. And as you can see there, it is saying Gear Fit 2, so it's doing the startup. You do only have the two buttons here on the side. There's your Samsung branding. Yeah, there you go, pretty straightforward. Now, one of the complaints I have heard about this is that this band does not end up holding up terribly well, meaning it does not stay in as well as it probably should. Flossie Carter made a video about this, and this was one of his chief complaints. So we'll have to see how that works out. But there you have it. It says Gear Fit 2. Install Samsung Gear on your phone, and for Galaxy phones, download it from the Galaxy Apps Store. For other phones, you can get it from apps.samsung.com/gear, or you can use it without a phone connection, which is what I'm going to do for right now. Got it tapped on. It's asking for language. It says if it's not connected, some of the functions will not be available. If you use it without a phone, you may have a difficulty reading the EULA because of the size of the display. That one's obvious. Check the following box if you agree. Agree to everything. Create a pin. And so you're going to set a pin here. There you go. It's wanting to set the date and the time. And the setup is now complete. It says let's get started. Swipe left for widgets. Swipe right to go to the watch face. Swipe right for notifications. Press back key to go back, and that would be this top button here on the side. And swipe down for status info. Swipe up from the edge to hide that. And you've got it. Press the home key to view your apps. Press the home key again to go back. And you're nearly there. Cover the screen to turn it off, just like Android Wear. That's it. All done. Enjoy your new Gear. So there's the default interface. To update your apps automatically, go to Settings, Gear. We're not connected yet, but again, default interface. Says I should have burned 975 calories so far today. I swipe and I can see the calorie info, exercise info, steps info, floors, heart rate, and I can add new things such as caffeine intake, water intake, and that's about it. So we'll hit back. So let's see, heart rate. We're gonna go ahead and measure my heart rate right now. It says try to keep still, but I do have my hand up in the air, so that's a little awkward. 97 BPM, which is higher than average, probably because I'm under some warm lights and again, holding my arm up in the air very awkwardly. So we'll go back. and notifications we have none. But you know what, as I mentioned, this is not for me, this is for my wife. So as far as my first impressions of it, actually I think this is a very cool little item. I've looked at an awful lot of smartwatches at this point, and for 180 bucks, it seems to offer a pretty decent amount of features for that price point. I'll put links down in the description where you can find this. If you're interested in picking one up of your very own, they do obviously come in a bunch of different colors and sizes. There's small and large, and then there's also, I think, blue, black, I don't remember all the colors. You can find that over on Amazon, I'll have links. But there is only one other thing left to do with this.
Ooh.
Get to work.